What's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Yes, it is nighttime. Yes, I'm in a wife beater. Yes, I'm about to go to bed, but I had to get this video out to you guys as soon as possible. I wanted you guys to reach 500 views on my last video and you guys got it to 410 views. So I was very proud of that. You guys did very good. So today we're gonna be talking about how to run your Google Ads as an authorized reseller on Shopify. Now, this is a very important topic, so make sure you watch this video all the way through. Make sure you leave a like and a subscribe if you're interested in this content and you want to learn more. Oh, and also I'm offering mentorship to everybody. It is completely free. Just leave a comment down below and I will send you an invite to my Discord server. I have about 120 members in there right now, so we're gonna run that up. Our goal is 200 members, so let's see how quickly we can get that. But without further ado, let's get straight into it. Now, obviously, the first thing we're going to do is head to Google Ads on Google. If you don't know anything about Google Ads at all, basically the type of ads we're running are going to be called Google Standard Shopping Ads. Now, there's many different types of Google Ads that you can run, but these in particular are the most important and the highest converting for the type of thing that we're trying to do on Shopify. And if you want to know what it looks like, this is what it looks like right here. I'll show you guys a picture. So basically, when you search up an item on Google, there's going to be a list of stores that you can get that item from that's going to pop up at the top, and it's going to have the product image, the product title, the product price, and things of that nature. Now, we want our store to be one of these stores that pops up when these people search for this item that we are selling, okay? So I'm going to show you guys how to set that up today. So once you sign in, you're going to go ahead and click new campaign, all right? And then it's going to ask you what your campaign objective is going to be. This part doesn't really matter. You can choose either sales or website traffic. It does not matter. We'll just say website traffic because why not? And then you're going to go ahead and hit continue. Do not worry about any of this. It's a bit technical and it's something that you'll be able to fix later on down the line. So then next, it's going to ask you to select your campaign type. Now, there's many different types. We have the performance max, we have the search, and we have the demand gen, okay? Now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to hit see more right here, and then you're going to want to click on shopping. We are doing Google standard shopping ads, okay? And it's interesting how they hide it from us like this, but that is the one that we're choosing, right? And then you're going to want to already have your products on your website when you're starting to do this. Obviously, this is down the line after you've already added your products, you figured out what you're going to sell, and then you're going to add your products to the Google Merchant Center, which I will show you guys how to do in another video on Shopify. And then you're just going to link the Google Merchant Center products to your Google Ads account. So that is what this is right here. And then we do not want to do a performance max campaign. It's better to do standard shopping because it gives you more control over your own ad campaign. And at first you might be like, well, why would I want more control over it when I don't know what I'm doing? And the answer is you want to learn. Having control over it is how you learn what works and what doesn't without blowing through the most money. Performance max campaigns can be either a hit or miss. So you really want to try with a standard shopping campaign first. All right. So you're going to hit standard shopping campaign. You're going to hit continue. Now here is where we get to the interesting stuff, guys. Make sure you leave a like on the video if this is informational at all, or if it's helping you out at all, I should say. Sorry if I'm stumbling on my words a little bit. It is very late. It's almost 2 a.m., but I do want to get this video out to y'all. So for the campaign name, you can name it anything you want. Honestly, let's just say starter campaign. As long as you can differentiate this campaign from the other campaigns that you're doing, okay? Now, this is one of the most important parts of the video. It's something that you're going to need to come back to make sure you don't get it wrong, okay? The bidding and the budget. Now, basically what bidding is, when you choose a bid, you're telling Google what is your overall goal and what is your strategy when you're running these ads. What do you really want to be charged for, essentially? All right, so you have multiple different goals that you can select from. You have the manual CPC, the maximize clicks, and the target ROAS. Now, you guys aren't going to have access to this target ROAS yet when you're starting out because you need a certain amount of data from your existing Google Ads in order to be able to select this option. So don't worry about this. Once you get to this stage, though, it's a lot easier to run your ads because Google already knows the types of people that are going to buy from you. So it's just a lot easier to make those sales. Once I activated target ROAS, my store started shooting through the roof. Okay. So what you guys are going to want to choose is the manual CPC, which is the cost per click. So that means that Google is only going to charge you for people that click on your ad. Okay. So it doesn't matter how many impressions you get. When they click it, that's when it's going to cost you. Now on to the daily budget. You can really set this at any number you want. It really depends on, how you're doing, and how much money you're willing to spend. If you're interested in finding out how much money it takes to get started on Shopify, please check out my last video. It was very informational. I literally sat down and I calculated all the costs that you're going to have, from start to finish, from day 1 to day 60 of your store, so the first 2 months. So make sure you check out that video. I'll leave it in this iCard right here. I don't know which corner it's going to be in, but check that out, guys. Okay. So for the daily budget, I think I started mine off at 20 to 25. But if you watched my last video, you know that Google Ads has a promo where if you spend, I believe it was $500 in the first 2 months, then you basically get another $500 on top of that they will give you for free, so that you can have another $500 to advertise your store. Now you really want to take advantage of that. And I believe we said that you'd have to have your daily budget at least $8.33 for that to be possible. So really, this is your ideal budget. And you might want to say $9 just to be safe, but you want to have it around $9. And then later on, you can lower it all the time. Like mine is currently at $8. I've had it at $1 a day before, and I've made lots of money off that. I've literally made a sale for $1,000 profit off $1 a day daily ads budget. So don't listen to all these other people that are saying, oh, you need $20, $30, $40, $50 a day to even see results. That is not true. Now, in the sense that the more you spend, the more you get out of it, that is true. But that's not always good for us in the beginning. Like, we don't want to blow through our entire bank account when we barely know what we're doing, okay? So keep it low, keep it simple. I'll say go with about $9 a day, all right? And then keep this consistently running for the first 2 months. That's why I suggest that everyone has a job when they're starting out, so that you have a stable source of income coming in. And if you want more information on how to get a job, you just can't get hired, you don't have that much experience, and the job market is kind of bad right now, and it's just rough, make sure you check out that video. I literally made a video a few weeks ago on how to get hired anywhere with a low amount of experience, so make sure you check out that video. It is very helpful. Okay, so you can really leave all of this alone. Customer acquisition, campaign priority, you don't really need to worry about this until you have multiple campaigns. So I'll show you guys more on that in another video. Let's see here. Search network, that's fine. Devices, locations. Now this matters a little bit. You might want to do United States and Canada, depending on where you're selling to. So like, for example, one of the brands that I work with is actually Canadian. So there are Canadians that, enjoy that brand. So I'd be able to sell to them. So for me, I would probably put United States and Canada. But if it wasn't for that, I would probably just stick with the United States, because I'm not trying to sort of bite off more than I can chew. And we are focusing on United States manufacturers. So United States and Canadian manufacturers. We are not getting items manufactured from other countries, depending on where you're located. It all depends. So then we have the start date and the end date. You can select your start date here. And then you don't really have to worry about an end date. I would say kind of just keep it running. But just if you really need to, like if you see that Google ads is starting to eat through your budget, just lower it every now and then. Like maybe lower it to $5 or $2 or whatever you need to do for the time being. And then ad group name doesn't matter. You can name it whatever you want. You could just say like starter group, starter ad group, right? That doesn't matter. Now, your CPC bid, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. This is something that I do not fully understand yet. And it is something that you might have to do a bit more research on. But what I was told is I believe you want your CPC to be between 30 cents and 70 cents. in that range, okay? So you don't want your cost per click to be like more than $1. All right, that's a bit expensive. You basically don't want Google to charge you $1 every time somebody clicks on your ad, okay? Now, the caveat here is that the lower you put it, the less clicks you're gonna get. Now, the higher you put it, I believe that's the more clicks you're gonna get. Let's see if it explains a little bit more. So here it says the bid is the maximum cost per click, maximum CPC bid for the all products product group in this ad group. You can subdivide all products and set specific bids for each of the additional product groups you create. So essentially, you could have a bid. Let's say you're selling furniture, right? And you want to focus more on getting clicks on the couches than the dining room tables. Then you could go in and you could separate your couch section from the rest of your products, and then you could have your bid, your CPC bid, higher on the couches than everything else, so that Google's more inclined to push your couches more than everything else. And if I'm not mistaken, I also believe that having this set higher is what gets you farther to the left on the scroll on Google Ads. So if I look up living room couch sets, right? So you see how you kind of have to scroll to get through these, right? So your store may be right here at first, but if you have a higher CPC bid, then Google will push it from being on this right side more so to the left, so that it's one of the first stores that people see. So just play around with that a little bit. Things like this, it's not going to happen overnight. You're going to have to test it a little bit. You're going to have to lose a little bit of money. But that's just the way it goes, guys. And like I said in the beginning of the video, if you need more help on this specifically, interpersonal help, make sure you hit me up, okay? DM me on TikTok or Instagram at TBContinuedYT on Instagram, at TylerBowlesContinued on TikTok, and I'll be happy to help you out. I also have a paid membership on my Discord where we can set up a one-on-one call, and on that one-on-one call, I can help you through things like this, okay? I can show you in real time how to do it, what I've done, and I can answer your questions that way. It's a very good investment to make. So after that, you're just going to hit create campaign. We'll just say 40 cents for our cost per click. Create campaign. And now you have your campaign. So it is up and running. And then we have our daily budget as well. And I actually need to close this before it starts charging me. But yeah, we have our ad group. And then this is where you're going to see all your data, right? And you can see the cost, the conversion rate, conversions. And I want you guys to know that the conversions on Google Ads are usually add to carts. So it's not sales, it's add to carts. So if it says you have 10 conversions today, that means that 10 people added to their carts. So it's still good, but just keep that in mind. It does show you the impressions. Impressions is basically how many people Google showed your ad to. And then clicks is how many people clicked on that ad. All right. But yeah, this was a very quick video, very informational. I don't believe there's anything else that I really need to show y'all. So, hey. But anyway, guys, hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if it was a bit quicker and a bit less organized than the last one. I'm sure that I'm going to get a lot of editing put into this video just to pick up the pace a little bit and keep you guys intrigued. You guys really enjoyed my last video, and I really appreciate that. Hopefully you guys are able to stick around for the next several videos that I'm going to put out, because they're going to be informational, they're going to be helpful. I really want you guys to grow with me. My store is at 31,000 in sales, like I've said over and over again, and that number is growing faster by the minute. So please hop on this wave while you still can. Stay motivated. Don't let anybody stop you from accomplishing your goals and reaching your dreams. They are very, very attainable, okay? Nothing is impossible. Whoever made up the word impossible was just a quitter, okay? People that say something is impossible, they quit doing it. All right, so just keep that in mind, and I can't wait to see you guys soon. Thanks for tuning in, grinders. Catch you in the next one.